Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, glory, and honor goes to Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai. Ba'ashem Rakakodah. Step of honors to the elder apostles, that great millstone that taught us this truth. Citation, all y'all can put in this word day in and day out, man. Hey, man, now's not the time to be, the super social, overly social. Of course, the Lord God us. We do what we got to do and talk to who we need to talk to, on our day-to-day basis. But now's not the time to overdo it, man. Like scriptures basically say, use the world, don't abuse it. Basically do everything in moderation, including engaging with these people, okay? I had to learn that the hard way. I had to learn that not everyone's your friend, because growing up in this society, you're taught to love everybody. So I grew up thinking everybody was my friend. Everybody fucked me. I loved everybody growing up. And then I had to learn the hard way, man, that, certain people got demons on them, like this nigga right here, right? So this emotional nigga, overly emotional nigga, no more than likely raised by the so-called black woman, right? He done synced up a Planet Fitness employee, all right? And when you work for companies like Planet Fitness, Gold's Gym, LA Fitness, you're basically working with the public, man, because anybody can walk through those doors. You don't know if they're a SA. You know what I mean by SA? I'm not talking about Spurs. If you're a SA, if you're a goddamn loony, you got these trauma bonded individuals just in a place like a gym, man. All right, and this guy, you could tell by his face, or by his features, because scripture says a man is known by the look. That he probably like some type of big booty or curvy nigga, Latina, Edomite woman, or so forth, right? In the gym, because they do be in them gyms taking all these gym selfies and updates and shit. And, he crashed out or had a disagreement with an employee. And they told him, yeah, your membership's revoked. So he's like, damn, I ain't never going to get to see this bitch again. Or nigga, nowadays these guys like niggas. And it says a Planet Fitness employee was hospitalized with life-threatening injuries after being stabbed in an altercation in Philly. All right, so 28 young man, got spirits on him, man. All right, in Philly got some nice looking woman. All right, so imagine if he had a pistol on him, a pew, a firearm. All right, imagine if he had that, man. He would have smoked that motherfucker, man. I remember, this had to have been like 10 years ago at this point. 10 going on 11 years ago. I got kicked out of a gym. I was a younger man, old enough. Well, I was 10 years younger, 10 years, 11 years, less experience, right, in this thing called life. So I remember this bugged out Northern Tribe Jake, he used to be in there all the time with his woman. He had this one nice looking, young woman, Northern Tribe. And the mom looked good too. The mom actually looked better than her daughter because she was thicker. So I remember they used to work out together and shit, and then they'll be looking at me. And then I remember one day I was doing like a superset, so I had the weights on the ground. I'll pick them up, lift them, rack it up. And then he's like, yo, get this up. The way he asked, like he is some type of authoritarian. I'm like, hold on, man, I'm finishing my sets, be with it. So, long story short, we got into like a verbal argument, and I think I ended up putting curses on him, which I believe the curses were, because, before I get to that part, yeah, so, long story short, I go to the manager and, they revoke my membership at that location. So, okay, I take it cheerfully. The manager told me, he's like, look, I'm going to take his side over your side all day. He told me the truth, it was like foreigner Jake. He looked like a white boy, but I believe he was a Jake. He's like, look, I'm going to take my employee side over yours, man, because it's his word versus my word. So, okay, fuck it. I just won't go back there no more. Just plain as that. It's a million gyms out here. You shouldn't be what they call attached to one location. So I went to the other location. All right, so yeah, I put the curses on the guy because this is when I was in the truth then. I was still like new in the faith, wet behind the ears. So I put curses on him. And I think I seen him probably maybe about 2 years ago at another gym. And, he came right up on me, man. Like, let's say I'm working out on a bench. He's working out like kind of like behind me a little bit with some woman, And, I act like I ain't know, man. I ain't gonna rekindle, old gaslit flames and shit. I just let it be, you know. But, I say that the curses work because he didn't have none of his so-called muscle mass, which he wasn't a big guy. He was short, man. You gotta watch out for them super short Jakes, man. Like he was short, like maybe like under 5'5", and under. So he had a little bit of muscle mass, for what I remember. Like 10, 11 years ago, but recently he was like looking kind of frail. So I was like, yeah, that's the Lord getting at his ass. And I'm sure he don't got that same woman. I'm like 99% sure. If he do, then hey, kudos to him. But I'm like 90% sure he got the same woman that he had back then. All right, but it goes to show you he ain't making that much progress in his life. He's in the world. I'm not talking about brothers in the street, but he's in the world, so he's supposed to be way up. He was a gym trainer back then, and then it looks like he's doing the same thing now, 10 years later, or like some type of gym manager or whatever, sales manager. But he's not doing much better than what he was 10 years ago. So, hey, them curses work, man. The Lord put a financial block on him and a romantic block. So I'm sure he more than likely lost that woman. But, I told this bodybuilder Jake I know, he's like a birthday twin to me because him and my curse day and his curse day is pretty much on the same day, or within like one day for sure. So I told him about the situation. Yeah, I can't go over there no more. I got kicked out, man. He's like, what? He said, man, never. He basically told me, man, never let anybody get you out of character. That's what he told me. So he was a little older than me, maybe like 10 years older than me. Said, man, never let anybody get you out your square. So yeah, I was like, man, he's on point with that, man. All right, because what they say, like the saying goes, whoever has control over your emotions has control over you. All right, so so 28 and 54, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, right? Because baby used to really have inordinate, unconditional love for as a fellow Israelite man, even woman, man. All right, and very delicate. Yeah, because we used to, for lack of better words, walk on the eggshells around our brother. Because scriptures say, you whoso offended these little ones, so we try our best not to offend Jake. All right. Because the Lord will deal with us, man. All right. His eye shall be evil toward his brother. Yeah, and that's what's going on in this society, Nigga ice grill you, mean mug you, size you up, want to know what time you on, what set you rocking with, how much money you got, what kind of woman you dealing with, His eyes shall be evil toward his brother and toward the wife of his bosom and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. So, that's the curses, man. We leave, our children because the wives are demons or, and then you got 2/3, they'll leave their wife and children, all right, for no reason, man, because they think they found a better match or the grass is greener or whatever, or chasing after some dollar bill or chasing after a career, or entertainment, NFL, whatever. She shall leave, all right. So even though women are in the wrong in most cases, but you do have certain instances where, these niggas go off as well too. All right. Commit adultery, things of that nature. Like here it is, a nigga have a virgin baby mama or wife or girlfriend, whatever you want to call it. And he'll leave her for a bitch he's committing adultery with on the side. That's how dumb these niggas are, man. So that's off, In that case, yeah. You could tell by this guy, not to. Let me see if I could get him to judge a man's looks, but you could tell this guy right here. He's not getting boxed like he's supposed to, so he's taking it out on every time Dick and Harry and Susie and Lucy. He's taking it out on everybody, man. He's crashing out on everybody. He caused a hella scene, man. I'm pretty sure there's a video on this. He's major gym chains like Planet Fitness, LA Fitness. Those be the worst gyms. I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. Those fucking commercial gyms that let anybody in there, those be the worst. LA and Planet. I never had a Planet membership. I think I worked out one time at a Planet because my old gym, went out of business, so they turned it into Planet. So I just worked out one time because I went there for a workout, and the Planet took over. Like, oh shit. So I'm already here. I might as well get the work in real quick. So Planet, LA, they bring out the worst niggas, man. What the fuck is that? They bring out the worst niggas, man. This is Matthew 24 and 12. Because, those are the biggest names. So, biggest names, everybody just gonna go there just because, Oh, yeah, I heard this bitches in there. It's a lot. What? Oh, yeah, I'm signing up today. You know how niggas are. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So this guy stabbed somebody over a gym membership. What's a guy like this gonna do when society collapses? All right. Over a damn gym membership, man. Like, even my situation, when I got into it at the trainer or with the trainer at the gym, I didn't, say yes, meet me outside, Slim, or I'll come back and say, I ain't want none of that. I just took it and let the Lord deal with it. I let the Lord fight, let the angels fight for me, man. They gotta do a motherfucking thing. But real soon, the Lord's gonna allow us to get busy. We got all this pent up anger, all this held up emotion, all this steam, and the Lord's gonna let us get loose real soon, man. All right, which will be way better than a workout, because a workout, you get your pump on, and your pump lasts a few hours, and it's over with. But the Lord's about to give us that full power that we can get busy until the kingdom, man. All right, taking people out with the full power of that is. All right, so this guy right here, man. If I seen this a nigga like him in the gym, man, I'll move out the way. Like, nah, man. I wouldn't even look him in the eye. Like, I already know what type time you want. You want demon time, huh? So, and even this is why Planet Fitness gets a bad rap. They let niggas like him in. They have pizza, from what I hear, every Friday. Here it is, you trying to lose weight, and then they giving you pizza to keep you fat. All right. Which this guy, judging by his head shape, he's not in the best of shape, So you have to watch out for niggas like him, man. So, especially these little Ethiopian looking niggas, man. That's what I call it, man. These Ethiopian looking niggas, they got spirits on them, man. It's like they almost a pretty boy, but not, That shit makes them angry. They're almost, super handsome, but not, Shit puts them on demon mode, man. You gotta watch out for these Hermetic looking niggas, man. But she's a Jake, but he has them Ethiopian features. Like, he could also pass for an Ethiopian. Especially because we have a lot of them here in the DMV. Probably was harassing woman over there. Some men don't know how to control themselves. They think every woman they see they can have. So, that's what I'm thinking, man. He crashing out like, damn, I ain't gonna be able to see them baddies again. Which is a Planet Fitness up the road. It's like 30 Planet Fitness in every goddamn city. Tripping over using that, but I don't know how they banned them from all of them or what. But if let's say they ban you from Planet, you can go to Gold's. They ban you from Gold's, you can go to LA Fitness. They ban you from LA Fitness, you can go to whatever gym chain. There's no one size ban all, gym members. There's no, for what I know, there ain't no blacklist of gym members. Like, nah, don't let them in. Don't let them in. But, they will be soon when they bring out that B system, That's why they really want to bring out this B system. To box you niggas in. So they didn't say if he stabbed a woman or a man in this article, but now he's gonna lose his job if he has one. He's gonna lose his baby mama or girlfriend if he has one. Because he's facing big jail time. He's gonna lose a lot of money if he has one. Because a lawyer for attempt murder charge, a lawyer's gonna definitely want, let's say, at least 15 or 20K to represent. All right. So motherfucker got stabbed. Which, hey man, scripture says what? Whoever perished being innocent. Let me get it, man. So that was judgment. He's probably laughing at them Drewski skits back in December. Let me get it, man. Let me get perished innocent. Yeah, Job 4:7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent. Or where were the righteous cut off? So you say that person ultimately folds for getting shanked up. You know, they weren't innocent to begin with anyway, so that's the judgment of the Lord. Or even the fact they got sliced up, that's judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So, you know, the Lord ain't playing with these 2/3. And you know the person he shanked up was another person. It looks like a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American, man. More than likely, man. 9 times out of 10, all right? Because, you know, Esau, man, he walks away scot-free from them type situations. And one thing I do give Esau, like, so the minute he hears a nigga like that raise his voice or gets hostile, he'll call the police. Like he wouldn't even play no games. But, you know, another nigga that gonna jump in his face like, what's up? What's up? No, what's up? What's up? Then he just pulls a blade out of his way. That's why, man, got all these niggas in the gym with guns in their gym bags and shit. You know, that's why I'm kind of glad it's getting hot outside. So I ain't got to be in the gym as often. I could be outside working out, you know, on my own. But even then, them demons always find us. You think you by yourself, but no, we ain't by ourselves, man. Number one, because the angels with us. But number two, them demons gonna flock around too. But, you know, it's like I said, it's getting warm out. So you can do your outside work instead of being cooped in a gym amongst these demons. Which is good. It's good work, man. You know, just being outside, getting vitamin D. You sweat more, you burn more calories. You get a better workout in. All right. The only downside of working out outside is, like, if you're a brother that likes to power lift or lift heavy, that's damn near impossible unless you have an outdoor gym. Which I need to look into outdoor gyms, but I don't think it's much here because of the climate I live in. I live more in a neutral climate, so. But if I was like in Florida or California, hell yeah, I have an outdoor gym out there. I'll invest in one myself. But, you know, people like to go to these gym chains. Why? Because there's a woman there. And I ain't gonna lie, you see a fine woman that'll give you the courage to go the extra set or two or extra rep. Push it a little harder. All right. Not like he's gonna be behind bars. Working out there, man. Like someone said on the comment board, the gym memberships are free at the fucking local jail or prison. Alright, so he'd be able to do all the working out he wants now. He ain't got a job to go to no more if he had one. Alright, so age of brothers, just, you know, be circumspect, stay out the way, man. Till next time, shalom.